Have you ever noticed how weirdly eager people are to believe the next big story? The hot stock? The silver bullet strategy? The doomsayer on TV? And what if I told you the smartest move with money is sometimes the quiet one? Admit your limits, combine the lessons, then live with the decisions you actually can stick to. In this video, we'll close the book on the psychology of money with 3 final chapters that expose why we believe what we do, how to stitch the whole book into a simple plan, and a few candid confessions from the author. We'll cover Chapter 18, When You'll Believe Anything, Chapter 19, All Together Now, and Chapter 20, Confessions. Expect stories about belief, synthesis of what matters most with money, and humble admissions that show how theory and practice differ. These chapters wrap the book and give you a simple checklist to stop overthinking and start behaving better with money. Let's go. Start with a truth we all know, but ignore. People want strong stories. Dramatic narratives, prophets of doom or overnight riches, are memorable. They make us feel smart when we repeat them. Housel's warning is simple. Stories beat statistics in our brains, and that's dangerous around money. Humans evolved to remember stories. A gut-wrenching tale of loss tells us what to avoid. A triumphant tale promises payoff. But stories are built to persuade, not to predict. That's why we'll often accept bold claims without demanding the math that backs them up. Housel points out that convincing anecdotes are easy to find. Representative data is harder to digest. Trust stories, sure, but test them with numbers and with time. Think of the get-rich headlines. How X made millions in a week. They ignore survivorship bias. The millions are the visible successes. The thousands who lost are silent. Or consider doom-laden pundits who predict collapse. Their warnings are sticky because they're salient, but they often ignore adaptive human behavior and the tendency for slow cumulative improvement. Housel's point: the world is messy, not dramatic, and your plan should respect that. Ask for data beyond the story. Don't be swayed by an anecdote alone. Beware of claims that promise certainty. Money is probabilistic. Favor slow, repeatable systems over single dramatic calls. Stories excite, systems compound. If Chapter 18 warns about the stories that wreck us, Chapter 19 tells you how to gather the whole book into a usable plan, the things that matter most. This chapter is Housel's tidy synthesis, a practical what to do after all the stories and examples. Think of it as the checklist after the philosophy, a short list of choices that reliably matter in the long run. It's not glamorous, but it's the most useful. Housel doesn't give a single magic rule. Instead, he repeats a few themes. Save consistently, avoid ruin, be humble about predictions, favor time and compounding, and build a life you don't need to prove. In practice, this looks like automatic savings, simple diversified investments, low leverage, and priorities that value freedom over flashy signaling. Those combined create a system that survives shocks and captures upside. Complex plans look smart on paper, but fail in practice because humans are inconsistent. The best plans are the ones you can stick to. Housel's synthesis pushes you to trade optimal on paper for feasible for life. Simplicity increases stickiness, and stickiness produces compounding outcomes over decades. A small playbook. Automate savings, pay yourself first. Invest in broad, low-cost funds you won't obsess over. Keep an emergency cushion and avoid ruinous leverage. Use money to buy control over your time. Define your mission and ignore other people's games. Finally, Chapter 20, Confessions, is Housel's most human chapter. The author's candid admissions and how his life shaped his views. It's a model for being honest about the gap between knowing and doing. Housel closes the book by admitting he's imperfect, like you and me. He confesses choices he made, mistakes he learned from, and the humility that comes from decades of watching markets and people. Those confessions aren't vanity, they're useful. They remind you that wisdom is practical, messy, and earned. The confessions center on 3 ideas. 1. Theory is easy, practice is hard. 2. Simple habits often beat clever trades. 3. Humility about luck and limits is the most valuable trait. Housel admits he's changed his mind on things, and that his ideal plan is one that prioritizes sleeping well at night. The same practical goal he recommends to readers. That last chapter is permission. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be consistent. The author's honesty reduces the pressure to chase impossible decisions. It's a reminder that good money behavior is less about cleverness and more about humility, routine, and protecting the chance to win over time. Stories are seductive. Test them. Don't accept dramatic anecdotes without evidence or probability checks. Simplicity wins. A short, concrete checklist you can follow beats a brilliant plan you'll abandon. Confess, learn, repeat. Humility about luck, mistakes, and limits is the most durable financial advantage. Which part of the final checklist will you start with? Automating savings, shrinking leverage, or defining your money mission? Tell me in the comments and why. I read everyone. If this book breakdown helped, like and subscribe for more clear, usable ideas you can actually use. If you want, I can export each chapter script as a Runway ML-ready scene CSV, or produce 3 30-60-second social clips from these final chapters: the hook, the checklist, and the author confessions. Which would you like next?